The RAVPower 1TB SSD. It's tiny, it's really powerful, it looks really cute, so let's get into it. How's it going, y'all? It has been Aqua. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I did get this product for free, but I can say whatever the hell I want. Let's get into the box and see what's inside. So here's the box that the RAVPower comes in. It's pretty simple and minimal. I appreciate the design. This portable drive retails for $150 on Amazon, and right now there's actually a special for $135.99. So I will link to this in the description below. So in the box, we see that there is some paper, and then there's a warranty card. And here is the actual device. Wow, this thing is really tiny. Peel this sticker off real quick. The design is really minimal. I appreciate that there's just the small logo in the middle and no other, crazy branding or unnecessary logos and stuff on there. The company says that this SSD is crafted with zinc aluminum alloy casing with a piano baked finish. A piano baked finish? What's a piano baked finish? I have no idea. And they say that it provides a higher resistance to shock and optimal heat dissipation. I'm really impressed with the build quality. It feels pretty solid, like I'm trying to bend it a little bit, and it seems like it's not really going anywhere. And I mean, you can see how tiny this thing is. You can easily put this in your pocket. The back does have a kind of shiny surface, so you're definitely going to see some fingerprints and stuff on there, but you're not really going to be staring at this drive that much anyway, so it's not a really huge deal. So the design of this reminds me of the Apple TV remote. It kind of copies that brushed metal kind of vibe, and the Apple TV remote is already pretty small, so you can see that the RAVPower is even smaller than the Apple TV remote. And then you flip it over and there's that shininess on the Apple TV remote and the shininess on the hard drive. So the only type of port that you see on this device is a single USB-C port, which is supposed to give read and write speeds of up to 540 megabytes per second, which they say is 5 times faster than a conventional hard drive. They say you can play games off of this or 4K videos. And by the way, this uses USB 3.1. So we're gonna test this out on my iPad Pro and my MacBook Pro and do some speed tests and that kind of stuff coming up. So also inside the box, there's another box. Oops. So let's see what's inside of this here. I would imagine that there's like a cable. So it looks like there is a carrying case right here, which nothing special. And then there's a really small USB-C to USB-C cable. And as you can see, this cable is really tiny as well. And then there's also a USB-C to USB-A cable. So I like that they included both of these kinds of cables in the box. So now let's do the fun part, which is the speed test. So we're gonna plug this into my 2019 MacBook Pro here. I also like that it matches the silver MacBook Pro. So let's open up Blackmagic speed test. And then I will select the target drive, which is the RAVPower. Press open, and let's do a speed test. It's advertised to get up to 540 megabytes per second read and write speed, so let's see how it does. It looks like we have about 460, 455 write speed, which is really good. And then on the read speed, it's a little bit faster, 462.9 megabytes per second. So it doesn't get all the way up to the 540 megabytes per second read and write speed, but 460 on the read and 445, 455 on the write is pretty damn good. As you can see down here, you should be able to edit 4K video pretty easily on this drive. It might start to struggle a little bit if your video files in your editing software are a Cinema DNG RAW kind of file or 10-bit 422, but overall, I can't see any problems with using this portable device to edit videos off of and definitely edit music. I'm also loving the size of this drive. I mean, you can see just how tiny it is compared to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So this is really something that I could see myself walking around with easily in my pocket or in a small pocket on my luggage or whatever. And the cable that it comes with feels super heavy duty. I mean, it is like mad thick, THICC. And since it uses USB-C, I like that you can just plug it directly into the MacBook Pro or the iPad Pro. So now let's try to transfer a file onto the RAVPower. So I'm going to use this file, which is a 4.05 gigabyte QuickTime file, and I'm going to drag that over onto the device. 3, 2, 1, start. And wow, it's already really fast. Let's see. It says about 5 seconds, but it doesn't even seem like it's gonna take that long, and stop. So it took about 9 seconds, which is insane, for a 4 GB file to be transferred to the RAVPower. 9.21 seconds, that's crazy. So let's open up the file and try to play it. This is a 4K video file. The video looks like it's playing nicely. I'm not seeing any stuttering or any weirdness or jumpiness in the file. So let's say I wanted to transfer this file back onto my desktop from the portable drive in 3, 2, 1. It says about 5 seconds remaining. Damn, that's super fast. Almost done, and stop. That was even faster. That actually was done in 8.78 seconds for a 4 GB video file from the RAVPower to my desktop. So that is very, very impressive. So now let's try plugging the RAVPower SSD into my iPad Pro. This is the 2018 version of the iPad Pro, which is still kicking. So I'm in the Files app here on my iPad Pro, and you can see over here there is RAVPower, so that shows up under locations, and there's that video file, the 4 GB video. So I'm going to transfer this over to my iPad, and let's see how long that takes. So I'm going to drag this file on my iPad here. 3, 2, 1, start. So it's taking its sweet time, as the iPad tends to do for some strange reason. Remember that it only took, 8.5 seconds to transfer this same file from the RAVPower over to my MacBook Pro, so it's taking a little bit longer here. We're at 20 seconds now, and it stopped. So it was about 24 seconds. It's definitely fast, but it's not like the fastest thing when you're transferring files onto an iPad Pro from this RAVPower, but that's not so much the RAVPower's fault as it is the iPad Pro's file system. So now I'm gonna rename the file so I can transfer it back onto the RAVPower, and let's see how long that's gonna take. So I'm gonna drag it over to the RAVPower. 3, 2, 1, start. It took about 24 seconds to transfer this from the RAVPower onto my iPad. So let's see how fast the transfer is on the other way around. We're already up to 16 seconds, 26 seconds. Damn, this is taking a little while here. If anyone understands why the iPad Pro takes so long to transfer files, so much longer than the MacBook Pro, let me know in the comments, because I still don't understand it. Dang, this is taking its sweet time. So it took about 1 minute and 10 seconds to transfer that file from my iPad onto the SSD, which is not the fastest thing in the world, but I can guarantee you this would take forever if you're using an older type of hard drive to transfer a 4 GB file onto an iPad, or the other way around. So the SSD does pretty well on the iPad, but I think it really excels, especially on the MacBook Pro. So that's my review of the RAVPower portable SSD. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. I love to see y'all down there. Be sure to like this video and smash that subscribe button while you're down there. Maybe even hit that little notification bell as well. If you're feeling a little spicy, you can also check out my music on Spotify and Apple Music by searching for Ben Aqua, and follow me on Spotify. Listen to some of my songs and share them with your friends. Make me super, super famous, obviously. And if you like this ridiculous shirt that I made, you can check out my shop. It's just benaqua.shop, and that's where I have a bunch of my own t-shirt designs and some art prints and other fun stuff, so be sure to check that out. I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.